Welcome to Crunchy Culture, where I, Tina Sorensen, dig into the latest wellness buzz from the news and share my unfiltered thoughts and opinions because wellness doesn't have to be complicated. Join me every Tuesday for a dose of snarky humor, the latest in wellness trends, my current obsessions, and of course, a recipe or wellness tip to inspire your journey. Warning, side effects may include uncontrollable laughter, unexpected bursts of inspiration, and the urge to raid your pantry for healthier snacks. If you're loving the podcast, or even if you're just mildly entertained, why not drop a quick rating and review on your favorite platform? It would mean the world to me and also help more wellness lovers find us, which is basically like spreading good vibes but with less granola and more real talk. Your 5 stars equal my virtual high five. Let's make it happen. Your feedback helps others find their way to the hive and join this wellness journey. Thanks in advance for making me feel like a podcast rock star. This episode is brought to you by me, the Wellness Blondie. If you're passionate about natural remedies, holistic wellness, and delicious whole food recipes, head over to thewellnessblondie.com for inspiring content to nurture your mind, body, and soul. Because who better to sponsor me than me? Now, let's dive into my current obsession. Lately, I've been all about habit stacking, and it's been a total game changer. I'm also hosting a 75-day Low-Toxin Living and Wellness Challenge on Facebook, which you can still join if you're interested. I'll drop the link in the show notes. This challenge is all about taking a practical, empowering approach to reducing toxic exposures and building sustainable wellness habits without feeling like you're drowning in overwhelm. With daily focuses on self-care, hydration, movement, education, and lifestyle detoxing. It's designed to help you make steady progress towards a healthier, more vibrant life. Each week has its own budget-friendly theme, like simplifying household products, creating a calming space, improving air and water quality, or cutting down on kitchen plastics. It even dives into detox strategies for mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The goal? To let go of toxic habits like perfectionism and overthinking, while embracing practices like gratitude, mindfulness, and creative expression. Some of the key daily habits include detoxing your environment, staying hydrated with clean, filtered water, moving your body, making time for self-care, and continuing to educate yourself on wellness and sustainability. The challenge is all about embracing progress over perfection, giving you the tools to nourish your mind, body, and spirit long after the 75 days are over. So far, I've upped my lifting game, revamped my morning routine, and honestly, I'm starting to feel more like the healthiest, happiest version of me. Have any of you tried any challenges since the start of 2025? I'd love to hear about your experiences and any tips you might have. Drop a comment below or hit me up on socials. Okay, to the meat of this episode and what you really came here for. Wellness predictions for 2025. Wearables are out, and honestly, good riddance. Let's talk about how we've become slaves to the little gadgets on our wrists, shall we? People rely on these trackers like they're the Dalai Lama of health advice. Spoiler, they're not. Instead of obsessively checking your heart rate or body battery, whatever that means, how about tuning into the most sophisticated piece of tech you own, your actual body? Learning to recognize when you're tired, stressed, or energized isn't rocket science, folks. It's common sense. Ditch the constant notifications, listen to your gut, literally and figuratively, and you might actually start figuring out what makes you feel better without needing an app to tell you you're alive. Spiritual well-being. The new in thing hold on to your yoga mats because spiritual well-being is about to be the vibe. And honestly, it couldn't come at a better time. With all the division, arguments, and keyboard warriors out there, wouldn't it be nice to channel that energy into something more productive? Connecting yourself and others on a deeper level might just be the cure for the collective burnout. Meditation, gratitude, mindfulness, yes, I know these words are overused, but hear me out. It can actually help you chill out and feel more grounded. Plus, a little spirituality might be what it takes to stop fighting over whose turn it is to unload the dishwasher. Looking at my kids. Sleep schedules. The comeback that never left. Oh, look, sleep is trending again. Shocking. Here's a wild concept. If you don't prioritize sleep, you're going to feel like garbage. This isn't new, yet somehow people are still staying up, binging Netflix, and scrolling TikTok until 2 a.m. Wonder why you're exhausted? The rules are simple. Go to bed at a reasonable hour, stop staring at screens before bed, and maybe don't chug 3 energy drinks at 9 p.m. If you're doing all the things and still waking up tired, newsflash, you've got underlying issues. Take a long, hard look at your lifestyle, your diet, and whether that third cup of coffee at noon is necessary. Fix it. Rant over. Health span, the new buzzword of the year. Forget lifespan. It's all about health span now. Translation, it's not just how long you live, but how well you live. And no, this doesn't mean you're trying to live forever like some biohacking vampire. It's about slowing the aging process and keeping your body and mind thriving for as long as possible. Think blue zones, those magical places where people live long and happy lives. Meets biohacking. Weird science stuff like fasting to trigger autophagy, which is basically your body's Marie Kondo for getting rid of junk cells. I covered this on episode, I don't remember right now, but I'll drop it in the link in the show notes. So give it a listen if you want the full rundown. And yes, reducing zombie cells is a thing. It's not Halloween, it's science. Purposeful socializing. Back to actual human interaction. Remember when socializing meant talking to people face to face instead of liking their Instagram stories? Wild times. But purposeful socializing is making a comeback, and honestly, it's about time. Put down the phone, stop doom scrolling, and actually engage with the humans in your life. The fallout from 2020's pandemic is still lurking, leaving people socially awkward and isolated. Here's a radical idea. Invite a friend over for coffee, host a game night, or just exist in the same room as someone without a screen between you. Human connection isn't just good for your mental health, it's essential. Plus, talking to people IRL means you don't have to type out your entire emotional breakdown in a group chat. Win-win. Hormonal health. Women finally getting their moment. Can we take a second to celebrate that hormonal health, especially for women, is finally getting some attention? It's about time. These pesky fluctuations don't just decide when we cry at dog commercials or rage clean the kitchen. They impact everything from sleep to metabolism to mental health. And let's not forget how they can make you or break your energy levels and mood. Researchers are starting to connect the dots on how to better understand and manage these ups and downs instead of just slapping a "that's normal" sticker on every symptom. Here's hoping this leads to real answers and actionable advice, because drink more water isn't cutting it anymore. Smaller portions, a food revolution we can actually get behind. Move over, supersize me. Smaller portions are about to take over, thanks to the rise of Ozempic and other appetite suppressing trends. People are eating less, and the restaurant industry is catching on. But smaller portions doesn't have to mean sad, unsatisfying meals. I'm talking about plates piled high with nourishing real foods: meat, healthy fats, and vibrant veggies that actually fill you up and keep you going. Less bread, fewer sugar bombs, and more nutrient-dense meals. Please. Let's leave the carb-heavy, over-processed junk in the past where it belongs. Smaller portions can absolutely deliver big flavors. And hey, maybe we'll finally stop leaving restaurants feeling like we just ate a bowling ball. Up next, scientists are developing a coating for eggs so they can be shelf stable on your counter. So, apparently, researchers at Louisiana State University have been hard at work tackling one of humanity's greatest challenges. No, it's not curing cancer or solving world hunger or fixing our failing environment. Oh no, they've patented a method to coat eggs with, wait for it, a water-soluble shita, shita, shitosan. I don't know how to say it, so we're going to just go with shitosan. From crustacean shells. Say that 3 times over. To extend their shelf life at room temperature. Groundbreaking. Let's unpack this absurdity, shall we? First, LSU proudly announced that their coating makes eggs last up to 7 weeks at room temperature. 7 weeks. I don't know about you, but who's out here storing eggs like they're prepping for a zombie apocalypse? And newsflash, eggs already last for weeks without some sciencey crab shell goop slathered on them, especially if they're unwashed like the good old farm fresh ones. Second, and my favorite part, this magical coating preserves eggs to a lovely USDA B grade. Yes, B grade. Let me decode that for you. It means edible, but not top tier. Basically, you're getting eggs that last forever but taste meh. Because that screams innovation. No odor. Gee, how generous of them to spare us the delightful scent of acidic liquids. Truly cutting edge stuff here, folks. But hold on. Why? Why is this even a thing? Eggs are already packaged by nature in a perfect little shell and coating. That's the original protective coating. Thank you very much. Mother Nature doesn't need shitosan help from crab shells. Instead of fixing non-problems like egg shelf life, maybe, just maybe, science should focus on more pressing issues like, our toxic food system. And don't get me started on the irony here. We're coating whole foods like eggs with extra chemicals to make them better. Meanwhile, our air, water, and soil are in such bad shape that most of the stuff we eat could double as chemistry experiments. So here's the burning question. Would you buy these Franken eggs and happily leave them on your counter for 7 weeks? Or do you agree that they should just leave our damn food alone? I mean, we barely trust our grocery store eggs as it is, and now they want to dip them in some crustacean concoction? Pass. Hard pass. Listen, folks, the answer to living healthier is pretty simple. Eat real, whole foods. The kind that doesn't need a lab coat to improve it. If you're storing your eggs at room temperature for over a month, you don't need a shitosan coating. You need a lifestyle rethink. If you're as fed up with food science experiments as I am, hit subscribe and leave me a comment. Let's keep it real, clean, and crab shell free. All right, let's get into this new bill from Senator Marco Rubio, which would prevent SNAP recipients from using their benefits to buy junk food like soda, candy, and salty snacks. Yep, that's right. Uncle Sam may finally be stepping in and saying, nope, you're not buying those DN orange cheese puffs on my dime. Now, before we dive into opinions, oh, trust me, we're going to get there. Let's start with some juicy stats. The USDA's most recent SNAP purchases study from 2016, because who needs updated data, right? Found that 22.6% of SNAP households' grocery budgets go to unhealthy foods. Meanwhile, most non-SNAP households, they're at 19.7. So pretty close. But it's clear there's some room for improvement. First off, I want to make this crystal clear. I'm not here to bash anyone using SNAP. My family was on it at one point and we used it responsibly. No soda-filled carts or candy bar towers, just the essentials. But come on, should taxpayers really be footing the bill for sugary drinks and rainbow gummy bears? I think not. Rubio's argument is solid in my mind. Cutting out junk food from SNAP benefits could promote healthier eating and encourage corner stores to stock more wholesome options, because nothing screams food desert savior like a corner store with kale chips and kombucha instead of sugary sludge and potato chip pyramids. And don't even get me started on the medical costs we could save if people ate fewer ultra-processed foods. Heck, your body thanks you in real time for eating a salad instead of a family-sized bag of Cheetos. Now, of course, the critics are screaming government overreach, as if saying no to Mountain Dew and gummy worms is some massive personal violation. Really? Is teaching people to feed their bodies nutritious, could not say that today, food oppressive, or is it common sense? Here's where I stand, and feel free to join me or not, your choice. If we're spending tax dollars to help people in need, and I'm all for that, by the way, then why not make sure that money is going toward real food? I'm talking about fruits, vegetables, meat, and even bread. You know, food that actually nourishes instead of wrecks our health faster than you can say type 2 diabetes. Now, here's an idea. What if we paired SNAP benefits with education programs to teach families how to cook? Not everyone grows up learning how to make a meal from scratch. Trust me, I get it. So why not implement programs that cover the basics? How to chop a carrot, season chicken, or pick out packaged food that won't make your liver cry. You could even sweeten the deal by encouraging companies to donate overstocked cookware, appliances, and utensils. Win-win, right? You get tools to cook, and they get a tax break. Now, to play devil's advocate here for one hot second. I know some folks don't have access to stoves, ovens, or even refrigerators depending on their circumstances. That's a real issue, and it needs real solutions. But again, the answer isn't to give up and say, fine, here's more soda and chips. It's to create systems that empower families with the tools they need to eat well, thrive, and actually enjoy their food. So to wrap this up, I'm here for it. Sorry, not sorry if you think it's unfair to say no to candy and cola on a taxpayer-funded grocery run. The way I see it, we're giving people a hand up, not a shopping spree for diabetes in a bag. Your turn. What do you think? Does saying no to junk food on SNAP sound like a step forward, or do you think we're getting too nosy about other people's grocery carts? Let's face it, staying in the loop on wellness trends is basically a full-time job these days, but hey, someone's got to do it. If you've got opinions, stumbled upon anything eye-roll worthy, or just want to dish about the latest health craze, I'm all ears. Drop a comment, tag me on socials, or shoot me an email. And now, for the creme de la creme of the episode. If you would like to be featured on the podcast, send me your favorite recipes or wellness tips, and I'll be happy to share them in an upcoming episode. This week, the goal is just freaking doing it. Seriously, whether it's finally starting that workout routine, ditching the junk food, launching a podcast, diving into a side hustle, or learning to juggle flaming torches, hey, live your life. Just jump in head first and wing it. You don't need to have it all figured out. No one cares if it's perfect. Honestly, the ones who will cheer you on could not care less about how polished or put together it is. They just love seeing you go for it. Case in point, y'all keep showing up here weekly, and I'm a certified caption of the Hot Mess Express, tripping over my words, experimenting with creative backgrounds, aka whatever junk is lying around, and generally figuring out as I go. If you've got a genius idea for what I should do for a proper setup, for the love of everything DIY-able, please send me your ideas and suggestions. Just keep in mind, I am not here making bank on this little project, so keep it cheap and crafty, because that's my vibe. Let's hear those budget-friendly brain waves. I hope you give it a try and enjoy the benefits. If you do, let me know how your experience pans out or any fun tweaks you make. Don't forget to tag me on social so I can hear your delicious results. And that's about it. I hope today sparked some inspiration, brought you some fresh insight, or at least gave you a little boost to get through the rest of your day without feeling like a hot mess express. And as you might have noticed, I made some shifts with the show toward the end of 2024. And let me tell you, I am loving it. Bringing you these wellness insights sprinkled with my signature snark is an absolute joy. Wellness isn't a one-size-fits-all approach, and my goal this year is to inspire and empower you to make the best choices for yourself and your family, with no judgment, no fear-mongering, just real talk and practical advice. This year, I'm focused on building a culture around wellness that's approachable, inclusive, and free of the usual crunchy cliches. But here's the thing. I can't do it all alone. If you're enjoying the podcast, or even if I just made you chuckle once or twice, here's how you can help. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. Drop a quick rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Not only does this help others find the Hive and join the wellness journey, but it also makes me feel like a total podcast rock star. So go ahead, spread the good vibes, minus the extra granola, and let's make 2025 the year of real, fearless wellness. Thanks in advance for being part of this movement and helping our Hive grow. Don't forget to follow me on Substack at The Wellness Blondie and on social media for more updates, tips, and behind-the-scenes content, because who doesn't love seeing this chaotic shit show? You can find all the links in my profiles, along with more information and resources over on my website. And if you're looking for even more exclusive content, or you just want to support the show, be sure to subscribe to my Substack. Until next time, nurture your mind, body, and soul, because no one else can do it your way. And remember to stay crunchy, and let's reshape this hive together.